Okay, so I'm recording again. Usually what I'll do on these, I'll clean this, I'll clean up this solder flux from the board, just so that it's, you know, I don't like that stuff on there. So I'll clean it up with some alcohol and a brush, just to get all the stuff off of there that's excess, and wipe it off with my little rag. And then what I'll do is I'll actually look at it again through my microscope, or through my magnifying lens, just to make sure that I don't have any traces that are not connected, and make sure I don't have any shorts on the board that could cause issues later on. With this board that I'm using, there's actually one point in the middle of the pins that there has to be a contact between the two pins, but everything looks good. So this board is ready to go. So what I'll do now is I will put the pins through, and I'll break off the I think I broke it too short, so I think I did. Yeah, it was one pin short on that one. So basically what you want to do is, when you get, I think I have a board here that I can. So what I'll do on this board is I'll lay, well, let me get these in here and I'll just show you. So these legs break off pretty easily, and then they solder in pretty easily as well. So you lay these in here, and let's set the other side up. And so it's pretty simple, actually. So then I'll just lay the pins in the board and solder it. This isn't the board that I'm actually going to use, but what it'll do is it'll help keep the pins lined up, so that I won't have to fight it as I put the new boards in. So it'll just keep all the pins lined up.
Thanks, man. I thought you played pretty good for a blind white boy. Yeah, and I thought you'd be bigger. Oh, Maggie's doing it. Good to see you. Same here, man. Oh, the boys and I heard you were coming into town.
That one was backwards, so sorry about that.
Really? It's a mean scene around here. Blood on the floor in this joint every night.
Hey, do you know what that is?
Well,
Look at this bacon.
huh.
Seems like something you've
Looks like
enjoyed before.
I'm having a bad day.
Is that brown sugar you see? Melting
Alright,
your sweet crackling
well,
glaze? Yes, your eye.
let's turn that off. There's no reason for that to be in the background. Okay, well, I just turned a 2-minute project into about a 20-minute project. Okay, so now that that's lined up there, let's put this one in the bottom here. There we go. So that'll line up the top, the bottom, and then the pins should poke right through. And now that that's in there, that will hold that while I solder these other pins. Sometimes I'll use a flux. I don't use this needled flux. I actually use this other type of flux that I can just put the flux right over top of it, and with a Q-tip, and it's a lot cheaper. This flux runs about $11 versus that little tube that's about 3 ounces that runs about $18. And it's just because of the type of flux that it is. I use a high-grade no clean flux because there are sometimes I can't get in there and clean it up, even though I do clean up the flux just to make it look better. So now essentially what I can do is just take a line of solder and just heat up the points and go down the line and get all of these pins soldered right into the board, and it's pretty efficient, quick and easy. There are a couple of points on the board that I'm going to have to also jump. There are 2 jumper spots that are required to jump to make it work, and I'll probably do those here in just a second, since I'm right here soldering everything together. And then once I'm done with that, then I will pull the other circuit off of the board, the other microchip actually off of the board, and then solder this into its place and test it. So the 2 points that need to be soldered is this one here and this one here. So, and it's that easy. Alright, so so now when I pull this out, the pins are going to be lined up and they're going to be the way they're supposed to be for the new board, and they're going to be a little bit long. So once I get it through the board, then I'm just going to probably take a side grinder or a Dremel and cut all these off, or just my side pliers and cut them off once they're in the board. So I'm going to stop the video right now and get my solder sucker gun ready and let it warm up. It'll take about, I don't know, 45 seconds to a minute for it to get up to about 630 degrees to where I can just remove the chip from the board. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here, and then once it gets warm enough, I'm going to start the video up again.